Is effect. Alright, is effect. Good luck to you. Start with D4. Alright. See what you got going on today, sir. You're more than welcome to stream tonight. That's why it's casual. Alright, E6, huh? So we can go E4 and transpose into a French. I'll just do my normal London stuff. And knight F3 is also an idea. I can't draw arrows at all today. I'm not feeling London today. I also don't want to allow this bishop check, so I don't want to play C4 right away either. So knight F3 is a pretty flexible move. I'm already thinking of transposing into Trumpowski territory. Not sure if I should though. It's an interesting idea. But I don't know any Trumpowski theory where the knight comes to F3 so quickly. Now if we play bishop G5, bishop E7, E4, knight captures, I guess, yeah, whatever. I'll play it. It's a pin of the knight. How can it be wrong? Alright. Oh, there is no E4. Never mind. That'd be a free pawn. Oops. So I guess now that the bishop's committed a move, we can go ahead and play C4 now. Grab some central space while I try to work on getting my arrows to work. I don't know why they're not working. And we're going to Benoni-ish land, but there is no G6, bishop G7, so I'm not too afraid of this now. We could capture, which makes the bishop move twice. And then we have the idea E4, E5 because the knight's pinned. That could work. Just wondering if the queen check is anything to be fearful of. I don't see it. The queen check doesn't win the bishop because it's protected by a knight. Let's just play E3, stay solid. I can also just take the knight. But we don't get anything out of it, so capturing, knight C3, E3, and maybe even D5 is an idea. But D5 probably just drops a pawn. Let's go with knight C3. At least this way when they capture, we can recapture with the queen. Brings another piece into the game. Maybe even the knight, because there is no more queen check as our knight blocks. Alright, now they're threatening to try to win the bishop outright. Hoping I take with the knight. So I really want to play E4 here, but that just drops a pawn in the center of the board. So let's play E3. A little behind on time here, but not too worried about it. LSD effect. So obviously we can't take with the knight. We can take with the pawn or the queen. If I take with the pawn, we keep the pawn duo. Take with the queen, they have the knight development. The question is the pawn stronger on D4 or E3? Problem is that pawn's kind of weak. I would need to play D5 at some point, which might happen. But queen takes just seems right. So I'll take with the queen. Allow the knight to hit us. And then the queen can just find another home somewhere. Alright, they just simply castle. Interesting. So now I have an idea here to go after the bishop. Problem is we're not castled yet. Bishop D3. Knight C6, queen H4. Might be asking for a little too much with that move. Maybe immediate queen trade. Castling queenside is odd, but it might work. These pieces haven't developed yet. Yeah, bishop D3 is a possibility. see, bishop d3, knight c3, c6, queen h4, h6, captures, and the knight's hit twice. That's not too good. If we retreat, there's a fork, and if we play queen g3, knight's ruined, and then we're actually threatening some stuff. Not really threatening. Oh, wait a minute. Push here. I have to worry about this queen. Maybe bishop e2 is just a little bit more solid. Knight here, we just retreat the queen. Yeah. We'll cover the c2 square so that there's none of this. Alright, that looks like almost a free, not free, but good position here. I should have considered that move though. He's double attacking this and double attacking this. That's a strong move. I think we have to take. Allow the capture. Then maybe pin it. And then we can have rooks in the center of the board, possibly. Pin, captures. It's got sharp very quickly. Go ahead and try this. Again, they're playing really fast. Strong and fast. And I'm very, very rusty, so I wouldn't put it past my opponent actually beating me. So more kudos to him if he's able to, or she. It's an equal game. I don't know what other ideas they have. I mean, we have a little bit more development, just slightly, but our king is not safe. And we do have the bishop pair, which might go away soon. See what they decide to do. I do have this intermezzo threat too, hitting the rook. Alright, they do take that, so we have to take this one with the pawn. If I take with the queen, I think the double pawn is just really bad in the endgame. At this point, I just want to keep the queens on the board as long as I can. And play for as much activity as possible. But the opponent is playing fairly well. I think that's their first mistake, unless I'm missing a tactic. Because that is a free pawn. It also helped us undouble, and it's supported by a bishop. I don't think I'm missing anything, though. There is knight e5. All right, they're trying to finagle something here. Ah, why don't we take this way? And this guy goes. So we play a4 here. Can maintain that pawn. Actually, maybe even c4 is a little bit stronger. Offer a queen trade and prevents the knight from hopping into d5. Protects the pawn. Super supported. Yeah, it's a weak pawn. We take with the king. Still supported. And we might be coming after the d7 pawn soon. Okay, that's expected. Just maybe play knight d5 right away. Knight e5. That protects the pawn, attacks this. Should then attack the rook. See, knight e5, they kick, protect. Well, there's no rush here. So let's go and put the rook on h to d1, maybe king e1, and then put pressure on the d7 pawn. Opponent's putting really strong time pressure, though. All right, we'll take with the pawn. We are up a pawn, so not too afraid of the ruined structure. All right, now this pawn push might happen in just a moment. So let's play rook c1 with an idea here. I'll make a pawn duo. All right, so now we're threatening this pawn. He has to do something about it. That is now a free pawn. And we're on the 7th rank. Opponent moved a little too fast there. And we're going to have 3 connected passed pawns on the queen side. Alright, that knight is pinned. This is held, so looking for trades while up material. and developing the final piece into a stronger position. Yeah, this is a little intimidating, but with some trades, it'll just be better. King's already controlling the area, or patrolling, as I like to say. But we should be okay. And no time issues either. I don't see how they're going to be able to avoid a rook trade. I mean, they could. They could just play rook to c5. But then we just snip a pawn, double up on the 7th. That's pretty much GG. But these are the types of positions I tend to screw up, so I'm not putting it past my opponent to still beat me here. All right, let's go ahead and get a quick trade. And we'll keep on adding pressure to the position, keep the knight pinned, offering more trades. And this is an easily winning endgame. I'm wondering if f4 just wins here. We could take this with check afterward if they capture. If they push, that might be a little scary. Well, let's go ahead and just control the g4 pawn push. The knight's controlled right now. Actually, let's further control the knight. Yeah, there we go. I should have done that sooner. This pawn wedge is very powerful. King is very strong, but everything seems to be very well contained. Definitely take with the pawn here. The knight is still well maintained, still protected. Actually, that was a pawn fork. I missed it. That was a free piece. Oops. Might still be there. They probably see it. Yeah. It's hard to mess up a winning position, but I tend to make mistakes in winning positions very often. So, let's go and start with king here. King activity, very important. And let's just slowly improve the position, poke at a pawn. And I don't think it's protectable. Yes, we're going to be hanging a guy here, but okay, we'll take with this pawn first on double. And I want to push past. I don't want to capture. Just kind of put my opponent in nearly zugzwang. They almost have no good moves here. Any king move, we infiltrate. Any knight move, we take a pawn. Any pawn move, we take the pawn. So yeah, this is zugzwang here for black. It was a little clinical there. Kind of like that. Only a little bit though. I mean, I'm by no means a clinician, claritician, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm also exhausted. I think his name matches my mentality at the moment. Alright, they're finally searching for ideas in the position. Alright, so we'll now take this pawn for free. Also hitting the knight. The knight only has one square again, and I'm trying to find the cleanest way here. I could just protect this and then go after that. Nice and slow and simple. Nothing crazy. The bishop is controlling the knight. And opponent just resigns. Dude, I'm exhausted from not sleeping. I didn't sleep at all yesterday. Alright, GG to my opponent. GG. So let's check out what maybe could be improved here. So yeah, c4, I was not wanting to allow a bishop check to come before the bishop made a move. Like, you know, this Nimzo stuff. So I try to avoid Nimzo theory by playing knight f3. It's a flexible move. Knight f6, and I don't think bishop g5 is good here, but bishop e7. I thought I could play e4, and then I just finally woke up and was like, oh wait, no, that drops a pawn. I went for c4 here because of the bishop. Opponent played well. I like c5. That was a very good move here by my opponent. I didn't like seeing it, obviously, but I think it was a very strong move. Seems I replied theoretically the best. Oh wait, let me switch to masters here. And c5, okay. Tigran Petrosian playing as black lost to another Tigran back in 2005. Interesting. Played knight c3, following a game between Jaroslav and Pavel. Queen a5, I think, was the first move that shows a little difference here in our rating. Aggressive queen moves are good if your opponent doesn't know what they're doing. I'm not claiming I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm still kind of going, doing some guesswork, but queen coming out early, as long as I'm aware that I'm not going to follow the tactics, I'll be okay. And also being aware that they're about to get castled and we're not. So super important to play e3, I believe, here. And this was interesting. I was wondering if I took with e4 if they play knight c6. Or just, I thought this pawn could be weak, it could be targeted. I guess there's no real easy way to get at it. They could just play this right away. We just have a better position. Yeah, I shouldn't have worried about that. That was probably better to take with a pawn. They play d5 here. Captures, they could take with the knights, maybe? Because I can't take here. Captures. Captures. Oof. That's actually kind of scary. Maybe I can't capture that. But I have to retreat. If takes, then we take. I think d5 was a good possible move here for black, because they got to get this bishop in somehow, even if it's kind of awkward. But central space. I took with the queen. Probably take with the pawn is better for whites, or maybe for black from that variation altogether. Maybe it just take with the queen was better. Just seemed like I was coordinating quickly. Castles was good. I think I almost blundered with bishop d3. I'm kind of curious if I play bishop d3 here. It says it's a blunder, and pretty nasty one too, actually. So knight c6, I would play queen h4, in which case I play h6. I play, says I should just capture or play castles. Jeez, I can't even play this, can I? Knight e4. Knight e4. What? Oh, wait, what? Oh, everything's hit. Duh. Thanks. Yeah. So I think it was very important that I found bishop e2 instead of bishop d3. Okay. Cat hit. I think we had the retreat here. I missed knight e4. Maybe knight or maybe queen h4 is better here. I don't know. Queen d3. Anything to stop the knight from hopping here. So queen d3, queen d2. Yeah. And I think finding this combination was the most important. Bishop takes e7. I think it's my only move. It is. Wow. Okay. Queen d2, only move again. Then bishop, b takes c3 is what I played. It wants rook c1. Oh, that makes sense. The knight is pinned to the queen. I just took with the pawn. Very happy I was able to tread through those tough waters. And then this move, I think, was either a mouse slip or they didn't see the bishop. It was one of the two. More likely a mouse slip, and I'm sorry to my opponent if that's what that move was. Unfortunately, mouse slips are a part of the online game. So, free pawn, and here I feel very comfortable and in control. I was maybe skeptical of knight here. because c4. They could just take check. Maybe there was nothing to be fearful of. Okay. Is white better here? White's much better here. Wants a6 from black. Bishop b7. I was very proud of this next move, c4. I think that just made it extremely clean. There's a lot of pressure going on, potential pressure, and a lot of this going on. So I kind of felt if I just traded it all off, I shouldn't be in trouble anymore. And good to see my instincts were right. Now, I felt the opponent could have played d5 here immediately. And because now after this, they can capture. And they're coordinating. So that's why when they played bishop takes, I had to take with a pawn, obviously. And then f5, I played rook ac1 with this idea that whatever they play, I'll attack the pawn. And if they protected it, I was going to push past because it's supported now by a rook. That was the whole purpose of rook this ac1. And again, full control of the position. But once you get this way, the game was pretty much over. I think this is at least a +5. +8. Wow. I think I made 2 errors. I don't think I made any blunders, though. Opponent did very well, though. Like, all these moves right here, I had to find only moves. That's probably not an easy only move to find. And then that one, I didn't see it. That was not even on my radar. But it makes a lot of sense. I made only 1 mistake. Cool. That's about what a graph will look like with the rating gap. If I'm playing someone at my rating, it'll be jumbled up and down all over the place. But the opponent put up a really strong effort in the opening stages. Talk to you guys later. I'm going to try and take a nap.